Hello, Dennis.
Hey, Stan.
How are you today?
I'm well, dude. I'm feeling like $1 million.
$1 million?
Well, I mean, I'll tell you two reasons why. One, I bought lotto. I bought the New York lotto on Friday. Left the ticket in my truck. Well, no, when I bought it on Thursday. Left the ticket in my truck, right? So all weekend I'm like, dude, if someone goes in my truck, it's like, oh shit, a lotto ticket. Let me see if this hit. And it hit. Like with my ticket, I'm finding whoever took it and like.
Wait, someone went in your truck?
No, I'm not saying. These are the things going through my head. Like, yo, shit, fuck, I forgot my ticket to take it home to see. So I went home on Friday.
Wait, the work truck.
Yeah. Okay. So I bought a lottery ticket on Thursday, getting coffee. And then I went home, I hung out I've been working Storm, right? Because we got kind of crushed with some weather.
Wow.
So I haven't seen my kids, all week. So I was like, you know what? I don't have them this weekend. I'll take off Friday. I'll take them Thursday night, hang out with them, kind of make up a little bit, So, going to pick up my kids, I just forgot to grab my ticket out of my truck. So I'm like, man, if someone goes in my truck or uses my truck and sees the lottery ticket down on the ground, I'm like, oh, shit. Friday, let me see if these numbers work. And, it hit. And then show up on work, on Monday or Tuesday, today rather.
You think that's something someone would be like, oh, I'm stealing this? Was a lotto ticket?
A 50-50,
Yeah, I guess so.
imagine,
But man, did you guys get hit with some fucking weather in New York? The flooding, the videos I saw seemed pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, Long Island wasn't as bad as New York City and New Jersey.
Realistically, that's a thing. Say one day it just started raining and it didn't stop. Long Island's done. Florida's done.
Yeah.
Immediately. Within days. Done. All the sewage and shit, all the sewage would flood, all the streets would flood, the sea levels would rise, everything would be fucked in days. Hours, maybe. Even
hours. But probably one full day of rain.
I don't know about maybe one, maybe two, maybe I was saying hours, 48 hours.
I mean, I guess it depends on how hard it rained, right?
Yeah.
And these are things I think of about. Sometimes I'm like, should I just have a kayak just in case?
We need to We need to get that person on the podcast, whoever would have that answer.
We should watch Doomsday Preppers.
That wouldn't be a weatherman. Who the fuck would that be?
I think I just shoot a shot at a Doomsday Prepper. I wouldn't imagine they're super busy, right?
No. Maybe.
Or have a ton of fans, or they're not available to talk for 20 minutes.
I would think they might be if they're a legit Doomsday Prepper.
They have a ton of fans, or a ton of people want to talk to them.
Why are you lowballing Doomsday Preppers? There might be some big ones out there. Superstars in the game.
I don't know, but in my head,
Doomsday Preppers, it's a real thing. What do you mean?
Doomsday Preppers aren't like, hey man, you're at my restaurant, whatever you want, it's on the house.
100%, probably the same as UFC. Probably smaller scale, but I'm saying same as UFC in the sense that if someone recognizes you and they're like, oh my god, you're that guy.
No, this isn't a Doomsday Prepper show, but name one Doomsday Prepper.
I don't know, but I also I can. It's also one of those things. How many TikTokers can you name? Okay,
I know there's some girl that got her own show on Hulu,
and these are way smaller scales. That's a way smaller scale, obviously. But,
right.
But yeah, did you watch your boy Derek Brunson?
Hang on. So real quick, we're talking about flooding, right? So I'm headed. So I need to see. I got a wedding this weekend, right? My homie Joe Rios is getting married.
Shout out to Joe Rios.
Shout out to Joe Rios. So I'm like, man, I need a suit. And the Puerto Rican in me last minute, let me try and get a suit and get it tailored. I still have to get it tailored. So I hit up my guys over at SRG, and they hooked it up, dude. I got like an $800 suit. Like, I'm looking money, right? So they close at, I'm speaking to them while I'm at work. I'm like, yo, I get out of work at 3. I work in Hicksville. I'll shoot you away. He's like, all right, cool. I didn't realize how early they closed. Yeah. So my boy Anthony drove me. He's got a nice little Mercedes, whatever. But he's like, hey, I'm gonna go home, get changed. I'm like, all right, cool. But he goes home, takes a shower, then gets changed. So instead of being at his house for 10 minutes, we're there probably half hour, which I didn't realize how much is cutting into my shit.
Oh, so your boy Anthony is who killed you?
No, he didn't know, and I didn't know either.
Man, you know where you need to go? Where I'm in Florida. You need to go to Great South Bay.
Oh, word?
Yeah, you don't think you need to do? We haven't gone and gotten some product from a sponsor that now we're drinking. What are you drinking?
Sour Monkey, sour triple.
Yeah. I saw these tall boy big waves, and I was like, man, I'm going to go for that.
All right, anyways, so we're driving. I'm already late, right? So the place closes at 4:45. My ETA is 4:48. So I'm like, and we're already like halfway there. I'm like, shit, I'm making phone calls like, hey, man, is it cool that I'm like going to be like a little late? They're like, whatever. Long story short, me and Anthony hit hard traffic. And my dude, Ryan Reno at SRG Fashion is like, dude, do you know there's crazy traffic? And I was like, yeah, I'm seeing it now. He's like, Biden's in town.
Yeah, he was coming to look at the devastation of the flooding.
So right for this, so when he said Biden's in town, I was like, okay, that sucks. And Andy's like, oh, you know what? It's September 11th coming. He's probably here for that.
No.
And then my boy's like, no, he's not here for that. He's here for the flooding. Like, dude, you're like a week late.
Yeah.
Like, it's already fixed. It's already like, what are you looking at?
We live on an island. Shit's gonna happen from time to time, and the waters recede.
Anthony's like that made more sense to me, way more sense. Like, you know what? September 11th, New York City. It's this weekend. That made so much more sense. Like, you know what? That's what a president should do. Go to the ground zero, you know, represent the country. No, he's coming for flooding that happened and is gone. And anyways, maybe late, but my guys over at SRG hooked it up, waited for me, and I'm in a 6 suit for this weekend. Shout out to SRG. We will put the suit I'll be wearing up on the page. It's a good looking suit.
Yeah, we will. I don't know why,
sorry,
but...
that was my rant.
No, but SRG Fashions.
This past weekend.
SRG Fashions, that's who dressed us so sharply for the event that we did when we did the ring announcing and the commentary.
Yeah.
Back in the day. And then, yeah, they'll always have you looking good. So shout out to our friends at SRG Fashions. Always a place where if you're in New York and you need a suit, that's where you're going.
If you're in New York City, Long Island.
I'd imagine you can probably go online too. With the way they do things virtually now, they're probably getting you a suit.
Yes. They do have a good website.
But yeah, the stream on OBS just collapsed. I don't know why.
So we're still live?
No, we're still recording, but we're not live.
Where's
Hectors,
so what do we got on the show tonight?
Hector should be coming in a moment. But even there, you know what we need to do that we never do is and I wanted to start it at the very beginning of the episode, and I wanted Menace to even say it. We never tell people to like, subscribe, and share our podcast. I don't think we've ever said it once. And then I watch every other...
You don't want to be bossy.
Yeah, but then I watch every other YouTuber or streamer or content creator, and that's what they do.
Now, what are we? Are we UFC guys? Are we MMA guys? Are we YouTubers? Are we podcasters? Are we all above?
I like to think that we're all above. And obviously, I idolize and look up to people like Dave Portnoy and people like that can like transcend. Even I could fucking snowball into that. We'll get back to Derek Brunson, but someone like your boy Jake Paul, What the fuck? What the fuck?
I think I'm a fan.
I'm a fan. 1,000,000%. Yes. The same way that I think, what's his name said it to us? Cracker Zach said, you guys got to get on the train. He's been saying it for a minute. So I think Woodley won the verbal jousting, if you will, between them.
Okay. But
the moments that he had that were amazing was when Woodley was like, you talking to my mom? He was like, yeah, he is, bitch. Do something. Do something about it, bitch. And he started chiming in Woodley's ear like a little brother, or like, you know, just a fucking...
Who's he?
Jake Paul.
Was whispering in Woodley's ear?
When Woodley had the moment...
I missed the whole mama debate stuff.
When he had that moment when it was like, yo, you're talking to my mom and that whole thing, he basically called Woodley out on it and was like, yeah, go ahead. Why don't you do something? Do something about it. You ain't gonna do shit, bitch. And whatever he was saying, and Woodley led to doing nothing.
Oof.
So right there...
He flexed and didn't... He barked and didn't bite, right?
Yes, yes. So right there I went, all right, I'll check that one for Jake Paul, because he kind of called him out right there. But then he got... I wanted Woodley to win, but even that moment of when Woodley was like, how many people in your neighborhood dress like you do? That was the greatest moment of the thing for me, because he like... And he was like, exactly, you got nothing to say. Nothing. You jacking my culture, or whatever the fuck he said.
Now, the thing is...
Did you watch the fight?
Jake? Yeah, I did. I mean, I missed like the first 5 rounds because my computer was being weird or something. I don't know.
He threw 6 fucking punches in some of those rounds.
Now, is there any chance like Floyd was like, hey, this is how you win fights?
Floyd told who that?
Tyron?
What, you don't throw punches?
Yo! Mayweather beat Conor and didn't throw any punches.
Yeah, but no, he threw more, and he walked him down and made Conor work earlier, where Woodley was almost like cutting angles and getting there, and then it's like, okay, here we go, Tyron. Oh, he didn't throw.
Let it go.
He didn't punch. All right, here we go.
I saw from I think round 5 on.
Here we go, Tyron. Here we go. Oh, all right. He didn't throw the punch.
Yeah.
And then just every time that he tried to like then start getting off, he landed those 1 or 2 punches.
He would back off like.
And then afterward, I thought clearly Jake Paul won. I gave Woodley maybe 2 rounds. You?
Like I said, I only saw from round 5 on. I saw Jake putting more volume on Tyron.
What wins
but
fights?
I saw Tyron landing bigger punches in those later rounds because that's all I saw.
If you're not knocking someone down or knocking someone all over the ring for the entire round, what wins fights?
Volume.
What happened in that fight? You knocked him around 1 round. That was great.
And what I saw is Jake Paul was exhausted.
Exhausted.
Imagine if Tyron threw high volume.
All he needed to do was throw. So even that...
Anything, really?
Jake Paul showed that he was more experienced in a boxing realm and was able to draw out his strengths versus Tyron's. And he was able to stick and move versus getting into a dogfight with him.
And I don't get it because people are like, well, it's Tyron's first boxing match. Like, no, motherfucker.
Not at all.
You boxed. Like, I've hopped in the ring with Algieri for fucking 3 rounds in a row, and like that's the only thing I had on my side was volume on the man.
Yeah, but you saw when they were both moving, Woodley looked better.
Yeah. And
then you're like, okay, this guy's crossed. Like, we need to get Algieri on because I'm watching it and I'm like, his technique is fucking terrible. Jake Paul.
Yeah.
It is, but here's the thing. It's terrible for a 4th level pro. I'd be like, who the fuck's son is this? Who's this opponent? Who's he fighting? But he's fighting. Woodley's a legit guy. Perfect.
Well, Ariel Helwani kept saying it. He was like, I mean, I think Tyron held down the MMA community for being 39.
No.
Tyron Woodley's 39, and I don't think he should have his head down. He's 39. He did a good job tonight. Like, he just kept, like, he's 39. He's 30, like, kept just throwing the excuse out there. He's 39.
I'm going to need you.
39.
I'm actually going to be, that's going to be one of those numbers. I'm going to be like, Menace, I just need to harass this guy a little bit. I'm going to need Woodley's number, and I just need to keep hitting him up because I need him to come on. I need to be like, did you watch the fight, Tyron? Do you think you should have thrown more punches? Like, could you have thrown more punches? Like, he came at, like, he did one thing that I cornered someone one time. I won't name them. And after the fight, he lost a decision. And after the fight, he got into a fight with someone in the crowd. And I was the bigger cornerman, so I would have had to fight this fucking guy. So I started saying to him, like, shut the fuck up. And he started screaming, I got more for you. I got more left right now. And that made me snap because I was like, what do you mean? Why didn't you let it go in the fight? You're the loser tonight. You could have let it go in the fight. You have more to fight. Why didn't you took it, you coasted in the third round when you could have won the fight. And that just had me like thinking Woodley, right after the fight, Woodley was, I got no marks on my face. I wasn't even tired in there. It was like, cause you weren't throwing you weren't throwing any punches, bro. Like
that was so funny when Logan was like, you're old news. I was like, oh my God. You're old news. Now, does he get a rematch?
Yeah, I don't know why. The OBS keeps crashing, but I'll keep it on just recording. But
does he get a rematch?
Does he get a rematch? I don't
think
he
wants it so bad.
Bro. Get the tattoo. Get the tattoo and we'll have a rematch. Deal.
Bet.
No. The whole MMA community was like, no, Tyron.
I mean, in all honesty, I'm getting the tattoo too for another payday. I'm getting the tattoo as well, and then after the second fight, I'm getting it covered with like my mom's name or something. I don't know.
I know that's the thing. You can just get it covered, but another man's fucking. I don't know about that. I love Jake Paul, I guess, for the payday, but even there. Let's get into that. One real quick glance over it from an ethical standpoint, because I watched, leading up to this fight, I watched a thing with Ben Askren. And Ben Askren sat in the back of the Triller event, and he was like, the bad thing is in this event, he's like, ethical for my kids that watch this. And he's like, I got kids at home and kids that I train in wrestling that are going to watch this, and their parents are going to be like, what the hell is this? Ben, like, ultimately we'd all do it, but greed. Ben went out there for greed and took that embarrassing loss to Jake Paul. Like, that's like, I was just watching like the build up to this fight.
Is that what he said in his own words, or is this your spin on it?
My spin on it. In that he was saying how this Triller event's going to look to his kids. It's like, you showed, and no disrespect to Ben Askren.
Well, this was Showtime.
Yeah, no disrespect to Ben Askren, but Ben Askren showed kids that who cares how embarrassing it's going to be and how shitty you're going to look. Have no shame, go get the bag. Kind of, because then Woodley in another kind of did the same thing and was like, I'm just in this for the payday. I did take it seriously, but then he went out there and fought like, there's no realm where Tyron Woodley and Jake Paul are on the same scale. Are you going to say this? I don't care how many people are going to say he's a great boxer.
Well, you keep seeing the meme where Tyron did fucking clock him and he's in the ropes and he was like, Tyron, remember the script, otherwise you get nothing.
I didn't see that one, but
you didn't see that meme?
No, I didn't see that one.
Oh man,
could Jake Paul be a good boxer, great boxer, eventually, possibly?
He's got a great body.
Is he a good boxer right now? Yes.
He's a big boy.
Is he a good boxer? Yes. He's a great amateur level boxer right now. He's a good amateur, a solid amateur right now. Woodley was a world champion. Woodley's a fucking super athlete. He just did not perform.
Now, if Woodley, I'm going to go back a little bit. If Woodley and Jake Paul were the same age, I don't think Jake Paul touches him. I do think age was a little bit of a factor.
Bro, I was watching that fight, and then I watched other people's like reactions to it. And at least I wasn't alone. I was like, just fucking throw, Woodley. Like, just throw. Yeah. Even at the point when you're saying, like, you saw Jake Paul was tired, he didn't throw. One of my favorite reactions was Michael Bisping Michael Bisping maybe had a couple drinks or something. Michael Bisping was like, oh my God. He's like, I'll beat the shit out of both of these brothers. Same thing that I've seen Belfort say, but Bisping said it funnier. He was like, I'll beat the shit out of both of these guys in the same night. You know, like him and the brother. And then I think he even said Woodley, like he was like, all these guys, like what the hell was going on in there? Like,
and he would.
He was like, come on, Tyron. Like, what are you doing? And he said the same thing. He's like cutting angles and finding traps and setting things up and then just getting there and being like, doing the same thing
a feint.
And remember right before the fight, I said to you, there's no way he's going to lose because of who he's lost to. He lost to, now you add Jake Paul to that fucking list. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
But like we both said, we're fans. I mean, we got to give it up to the guy. The guy is fucking tough.
I'm a fan of his trolling. I'm a fan of the trolling. So he had
Or do you think there's a script to this? Do you think everybody's like, yep, okay. How much? 4 million? Okay, yep, I will.
Did you see the big robot that he had with him?
He always has it.
But he had the big robot at the weigh-ins. He had Nate Marquardt knocking out Woodley on the robot.
Oh, wow. I didn't see that.
So when Woodley at the thing looked at the robot, he saw Nate Marquardt knocking him out and probably went like, fuck this kid. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Okay. And then just, you know, the whole thing.
But
Woodley won the verbal jousting, and then I saw a video, and it got me hyped. I bought the Wolf tickets where Woodley said, he's like, you thought I was playing around the whole time? He's like, nah, I've been training. I was in Miami the whole time training. I was like, okay, I like this. He looked in great shape. Didn't throw any punches. I was baffled by that. I was like, wow. And not even.
I'm so glad. Yo, you know what? So I was all about Tyron Woodley. I'm like, yo, this is my guy. This guy's a knockout king. He lost his last 4 fights to fucking killers. He's still a killer himself, right?
Yeah.
And then a day before his weigh-ins, he drops a rap album. I'm like, or not a rap song. I'm like, really, dude? Why can't you just focus on fucking one fight and get the bag?
Yeah.
That's in that moment. I was like, dude, this dude's just trying to get publicity to fucking sell his fucking music. And I wrote to a few people. I said, I got Paul. I could put the money down on it, but
yeah. I was just baffled by that whole thing. Like, what the fuck, Tyron? But then all right, back to, I mean, what happens? So here, good combo to have. What happens next for Jake Paul?
Get Jon in here.
Why is he gonna fight
No,
Jake
I
Paul?
just told him, I gave him a timeline. So I'm driving back from getting my suit from SRG Fashions, and I'm on Instagram, and he's like, dude, I want to come on your show. And I was like, we're doing a show tonight. And here we are. Doing a show tonight. So Brunson Till, I didn't see the fight. I was in Riverhead camping, being an outdoorsman. But I did see the final results. You saw the fight, Stan.
Which fight? Oh, Brunson?
Till.
Yeah, I was saying to you before we went on air, it literally was like a throwback. Like as if Brunson forgot how to strike and Till forgot how to grapple.
Now, on that, obviously they both know how to strike. Obviously they both know how to grapple. But Till has pretty sharp striking. He's very long. He's very straight with his punches. Where Brunson's a little more hood with it. He's a little more wild, a little more...
But it's been cleaned up.
For sure. Yeah.
And he wrestles a lot more now. Like it's a different game that he's going out with. But, yeah.
So Brunson lost the stand up, but when he took it to the ground,
bro, he was just
Till couldn't wrestle himself out of a wet paper bag.
Till couldn't wrestle. Till couldn't grapple. Till doesn't know how to do jiu-jitsu. I was like, how did he get this high in the rankings? Did no one figure this puzzle out? I guess Woodley did, and then no one else. His takedown defense was good.
Right, Woodley tapped him out too. Yeah,
Woodley dropped him with a punch. His takedown defense was good, but his overall...
Well, he's a big, strong guy.
His takedown defense was good in spurts. His grappling was atrocious. Maybe he was tired. I hope he's better in the gym, but he did not look good. Did not look good.
Yeah, I mean, Till has the marketability package. He's got the language. He's got the accent. He's not fucking the ugliest man you've ever seen.
Oh, so you didn't watch the fights? Even Khalil Roundtree. Did you see that thing?
Mm-mm.
He was working with the Hickman brothers. I don't know where he is now because I know like Thailand was shut down with COVID and whatnot. He threw like that oblique kick, like the stomp to the cat to the knee. You didn't see this. There weren't memes all over the internet about it. I wasn't at my phone.
Let me see. No.
Like, I don't know the final diagnosis.
What fight was he?
Khalil Roundtree, he fought some guy. He, like, blew out the guy's knee. Blew out, like, his LCL, all the guy's shit with, like, a sidekick. Or a
kicked his knee backwards?
Kicked his knee backwards, dropped the guy, and the guy screamed out in pain. The referee stopped the fight. And then the UFC doctors on spot were like, yeah, his knee's completely shot.
Oh, I know this. I know the guy.
Yeah, you know the guy.
Yes. That's pretty badass. Because you is he the first guy to actually stop a fight by kicking the knee backwards?
It's one of the first ones I remember.
John Jones did it a lot to kind of check people. I've used it in sparring. I've used it in fights. I've seen it a lot, but I've never seen it actually like blow someone's shit out.
Bro, the way it happened, it looked nasty, and then even on the replay, it didn't look as nasty, but it just landed.
I just saw him, the UFC showed him going in the back while he was in the ambulance chair or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, hey man, like good fight. Da, 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 da.
I mean, he got his knee kicked back, so I guess it was one of those fucking things where he you know, you're talking about him or you're talking about Khalil?
Khalil.
Oh, you saw him walking back. Why they weren't showing the knee?
Walking back to say like, "Hey man, good fight" to his opponent.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. That's what they said on site. They said his knee was fucked up, but I didn't follow back up with it. Did you see Conor McGregor at all? So he's fucking gone mad. Apparently. You didn't see, maybe like we didn't do a show last week because the storm, but he was tweeting with Poirier a couple weeks ago. So now he had more.
Also tweeting with Michael Bisping.
Bisping, he got into a fight with Bisping. He got into a fight. So DC, he got into a fight with. He called DC fat and said he was drunk. He got into a fight with Bisping, said whatever about Bisping. He got into more fights with Poirier, and then he was having words with Nate Diaz. You didn't see this?
I mean, I saw 3 of the 4.
He was like, when I see you, you're dead. He's like, it's on. Fight 3 is going to happen in the streets next time I see you. And
what do you think is going on with my man?
And then the best thing is Nate then wrote, get some friends, bro. Don't you have any friends? Oh, there we go. We got Hector joining us.
Yikes. Hector, what's going on, big dog?
What's up, everybody?
What is going on?
Hold on a second. Give me 1 second.
Can you turn your phone too?
1 second.
Real quick while we wait for Hector. Paddy Pimblett.
Oh my God! Did you see that fight? Hype train that kid is almost got derailed right there, but the kid showed like iron, whiskers, and will. Dennis Bermudez-esque will.
Yeah, because they've been hyping this guy up before they even like signed him. I'm like, dude, what is going on here?
He has the accent, you know, he has that whole thing.
Then I wrote before he fought, like before weigh-ins, I was like, Gregor, beat the shit of this guy and hop on the hype train here. Steal his hype train.
Bro.
Gregor Mauls that guy.
I'm back. Ching ching. Coffee. Feeling.
Yeah. What do you got? You got some...
I got some coffee, baby.
That real Miami coffee.
Decaf.
Hector, can we get you to turn your phone? Can we get you to turn your phone sideways? There we go. Hector Lombard, welcome back to Menace and the Man, our political correspondent.
What's going on, baby?
How are you, brother?
We were talking about your guy earlier, Biden.
What? Don't talk to me about this fucking guy.
And even
Josh.
Come on, man. You know better than that.
I know. I'm just kidding with you, big dog.
Oh,
I don't even want to talk about politics with anybody.
Oh, that's so great. Because remember, you used to come on the show and be like, I just want to talk about politics.
I know, but it became buying me on my ass.
Oh, he killed it. He killed it for everybody. But even congrats on that recent win. I was at that fight when you hit Joe Riggs in the eye. Stop that shit. Amazing performance. Bare Knuckle champion now. Congrats.
And so many people say that I poke the guy in the eye. What the fuck?
No, I was screaming in the crowd. That was a punch. And then they showed it on the replay. And I was like, yes.
Thank you.
The man.
Finally, I have people, you guys, and the MMA roster have always been fair with me.
Oh, for sure. We're big Hector Lombard fans. We always support Hector. And
Love Hector. Hey, Hector, so...
Wait. Menace, the guy that he punched after the fight, what was that? What did that guy say to you?
First of all, the guy is the clown.
Clown. He came up to me on the line at the fight.
Bro, you see this guy's attitude? Everybody talks about this guy's attitude. I don't even know why Bare Knuckle had this fucking guy in the roster. He was hassling everybody. He was hassling all my friends. And I'm like, don't worry about it. You know, just don't worry about it. And then he came to my face. So I'm already
You're pumped up. You just got a fist fight.
I'm already knowing about the motherfucker. The motherfucker grabbed my belt the day before the weigh-ins and make a pose. And it's funny. He's already taller than me, okay? And I can't care less if you're taller than me or not, because at the end of the day, he's a joke. You know, he has no money. He's a broke-ass motherfucker. And then on top of that, he is a nobody. And that's what mattered to me. I can care less about the hype, right? And he cropped the picture so he can make me look a little bit smaller, all right? A little bit shorter. He cropped the picture and then he, you know, holding the belt saying like, I am the real champion. No, you're not.
Wait, after you punched him? Or
no, that was at the weigh-ins the day before.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because I thought he was he was at the weigh-ins on stage and shit. I thought he was a security guard. I thought he worked for Bare Knuckle and was like a fucking guy.
Yeah, this guy was just staring at me like he was the guy who was going to fight me.
Yeah, I saw that. And I was like, oh, he's a security guard.
Where's he come from? Where's he trained?
Bro, this guy is just the biggest clown. I remember this guy back in the days that he came to me for an autograph. I'm talking about a long time ago. And I'm like, I'm looking at him, right? Because he asked me for an autograph with the attitude. I'm like, all right. Right? A fucking guy. Then
fuck you, Hector Lombard.
Then he asked me for a picture. Hey, bro, let's take a picture, man. Be fed. And now, take a look at this clown. 3-6 in MMA. 3 wins, 6 losses in MMA. Fighting bumps. No, like you fall top of the food shit. He for bumps in small little ass shows. Bro, you irrelevant. Nobody gives a fuck about you.
Bro, and then Hector, at that show...
Yeah, but Hector, what did he say to you before you were like... Boom, boom.
Bro, already was fed up by the guy. I'm already fed up by the guy because he cropped the picture and made me look like... Listen, you know how motherfuckers are when it comes to height. They just want to pull you down. They want to, oh, look how little this guy is. I can care less, but, you know, that doesn't bother me. What bothers me is his intentions, right? And then he cropped the picture and he posed the belt saying, like, I am the real champion, not of these clowns. As a matter of fact, Joe Riggs is a legend in the sport, all right?
Yes.
And he's been calling him out. And I believe, I'm 100% sure that Joe Riggs will KO this fucking clown.
Oh, Joe Riggs would kill that guy.
For sure. But I'm already fed up by it. And then when he jumped in the ring, I'm already like, dude, don't even come close. So I put my hand. So don't cross the line. Don't cross the line. I put my hand and he over it. And I just gotta give it to you.
2-piece, real quick. And
now
then,
the thing is, if Tyron Woodley was more like Hector Lombard, when Jake Paul said something about his mom, it would have been on.
And wait, Menace, that's exactly where I was going. At the one show, he beats Joe Riggs, wins a belt, hits the guy at the post-fight, hits the guy right after that, and then the next show, he has smoke with Woodley. What happened here? Because that's our forte. That's where we're like, oh, we want that tea. Woodley was trying to steal your side chick.
I know that. Look, listen. People don't even know why in my career I went downhill. Okay, I had so much drama with females and and then all that shit.
Listen, you're the Latino heat. It's hard to keep the mamacitas off you.
Right. So I had so much drama. And then on top of that, I brought my mom from Cuba and all that at the same time. It was like crazy. So that's why, I couldn't, I was talking to a friend of mine, right, last night. And he said to me, like, bro, I can't even train. I've been fighting with my girlfriend. And it's been about 4 or 5 nights. Like, we argument. I can barely eat. And I'm like, bro, you have no idea. But all I can tell you is if you have those kind of drama, somebody have to go. Whether it's your career or it's the girl. But you don't want to have two and thinking like both gonna work because it won't.
Right.
Whether you get your girlfriend or whether you get you fighting. But you cannot have a girlfriend bagging you while you fighting because you in the dangerous sport. I'm so impressed with all the drama that I have at that time when I was fighting in the UFC that I didn't die in the fight because I would go to the fight and I'm not sure if you've been in that situation. But I wasn't even focusing the fight. I was just focusing the drama and the court cases and this and that. It was fucking horrible. So all these guys, Tyron Woodley, Ben Askren, they all came to ATT because I was kicking us. And he just kind of like came up and said, hey, bro, you're a big guy. You're a big dog, man. We all came because you blah, blah, blah. Obviously, they're going to deny that now. And I felt like this guy was my friend.
Yeah, your training partner. You know what the thing is? Like, the people you punch in the face and you sweat on and you, like, try to hurt become, like, your best friends. You guys share so much. And you learn so much about each other. It's weird, right? You're trying to fuck each other up, but it's like, you're my guy.
Bro, that guy.
I know you got my back. It's weird because we're helping each other by kicking the fuck out of each other.
Especially when it comes to that department, that guy is well known as a piece of shit. Everybody knows that. You know,
and even at that time, you were a guy in the gym at American Top Team. Hector,
100%.
He's always been a guy.
But I'm saying even at that time for Woodley to come into the gym.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like I know Woodley was a ATT affiliate or something, but Hector was there.
I was a big dog by then. And then he was always like being nice to me from behind my back. Because I wrote all the messages. I read it all. And the amount of shit that this guy was talking, you had no idea.
About you. Wait. Oh no, don't tell me that. Tell me Woodley's the guy who talked shit about the guy to get to the girl. He was doing that game?
You know how that go?
That's the worst play. Oof. That's the worst play.
Listen, I know mine if the girl, for some reason, she likes you. Go ahead. But don't try to bash me. And don't try to fool me down. And don't try to always talking about me when all you want to do is hit the girl. You know what I'm saying? And then, my opinion. Can I give you my opinion?
Let's hear.
We keep it real here, Hector. Hit us with it.
Let me ask you guys a question. Okay? Let's suppose that you know the guy. You know some guy.
Changes.
Let's suppose like you know some guy. And you've been always talking about that guy with that girl. Because you want to bang the girl, right?
Okay.
That guy comes to your mind.
Truth be told, is there any other reason to talk to the girl?
That guy is going to come to your mind. That guy, you thinking about that guy all the time.
Now, ready for this. Hang on. I'm going to play devil's advocate, right? Let's say he was talking shit, whatever. Does his thing, right? And it's like, hey, Hector, listen, I told so-and-so this and this about you so I could bang. Is that I just want to give you a heads up that I did that.
Let me ask you a question. My opinion is like, I just feel like...
I don't really believe it. I just told her that so I can hit.
First of all, I just feel like he like guys, okay? Because you have to have an attraction for a guy to be so intense talking about that guy every day. And then he tried to hit the girl. Try to hit on the girl. You have to like that guy. And listen, I got no problem with homosexuals. I have a ton of guys that are homosexuals. I have no problem with that. But just open up and say.
Oh, so you think Woodley might have had like the man crush going on with you? He was into like that.
100%.
Okay.
He gotta be. That's why I want to beat him up.
So now
I want to be and look, listen. If you are honest, you say like, hey, listen, you know, I'm gay. I have a crush. And I say like, listen, you know, I don't really into guys, you know, but I will keep the respect. You know what I'm saying? And I have no problem because I have a lot of friends that are homosexuals, right? But if you sneak it that way, then we have a problem.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Woodley did you dirty. So now Woodley might get the smoke.
Real quick, hang on, let me cut you off, Stan. When Tyron fought Jake Paul, who did you think was going to win and who did you want to win?
Like I said before, a lot of people underestimate the guy. The guy is strong. The guy is athletic. I said with Ben Askren, he's going to KO Ben Askren. When it came with Tyron, I say he's going to beat Tyron. And then I wanted him to win. Of course, I want the other guy to win. I didn't want Tyron to win. I'm honest, true. I'm the honest motherfucker you ever met in your life. Facts. First of all, because I do want to fight at one point Jake.
He don't want that.
Second, if he would have win the fight, then he would gotta have another fight. Whether it's another Jake Paul second or whether it's with somebody. And then I would be out of the picture. But now that he lose that fight, I have very, very close hope that he's going to be not my next fight, but he's going to be the second next fight. And the reason why is because people think like $1 million is a lot of money, but it's not. It's not.
Well, no one knows exactly how much he made, right?
Let's suppose you make $2 million. Okay? Well, I'm going through the roof. Okay? That is not a lot of money. You pay almost half. You pay almost half of that in taxes.
Jake Paul has a lot of money, right?
No, he does.
He does. What if Jake Paul was like, Hector? I need you. I'll give you $4 million. You take a fall.
I don't see that happening.
Your boy's going down face first.
But I don't see that really happening in a fight, though.
No, I don't think that happened. I think Woodley just didn't.
I don't either. I'm just saying it is a real thing. Because the thing is, and I've said this a couple times. I said this when he fought Ben, and I'm going to say it again when he fought Askren or Tyron, is if Ben won, Jake's done. There's no, I mean, yeah, he can still have some more fights, but he can charge more for the next fight. He beat Tyron, if Tyron won, no one wants to pay to watch Tyron fight somebody else, but people want to pay a lot of money to watch Jake Paul fight someone else. So, like, if it went to the decision, I knew Jake Paul was going to win. But also seeing, the fight, like, Tyron didn't throw punches. Like, that's how you win fights, is throwing punches. So,
bro, listen. I have my inside in that camp. And to be honest, everybody in that camp are impressed, that he did that good.
Who, Woodley or Jake?
Woodley.
Oh, everyone thought he was going to get fucked up worse.
Yeah, like the guy has no balance, had no reflexes, he's got nothing. Like, he lost it all.
Yeah, that was a thing.
I'm talking about my guys, I got a bunch of guys in that game. They tell me like, bro, this guy is done. I don't even know why he's fighting.
It was almost as if Jake's people, his coaches or whoever, they were like, perfect opponent. Biggest name, guys on the tail end. He's not going to even throw punches. He's not going to put out the volume that he's capable of. You know what I mean? Like Hector, you at your last bare knuckle fight. I know you were sick a little bit, right? You were under the weather. You were exhausted. You were throwing punches. Like, you at the end of the fight, you were breathing heavy. Like, that was something I was saying to Menace right before you came on.
I was fucked up. That's why at the weigh, I didn't even want to be without shirt because I was so fucked up.
Yeah. But you were like, in the fight, dying, dripping with sweat, throwing punches, letting it go. Woodley, at the end of the fight, was like, I'm good. Look at my face. Look at me. I look like I'm good. What do you mean? You should have been fucking putting yourself in there. Like, he barely went, he didn't go. For that high level of an athlete. Yeah, for that high level of an athlete, six punches around doesn't cut it. Doesn't cut
it. But guys, if you really take a look, he's never been a guy that throw a lot of combinations in his fights. What he does is he KO you with one punch. But he never been annoying a guy that he throw a lot of combinations, he's fluid, he's like, busy. It's never been that guy.
Never.
That he had power at the time, that he KO you with one punch and stuff like that because he was physically strong. Yeah.
But that was 5 years ago, right?
Well, that's what I mean with perfect opponent. Woodley was the perfect opponent. Where Woodley, on paper and in reality, Woodley, you should win this fight. You're a better combat sports athlete. You should win this fight. But those weird intangibles of he's gun shy and he's just not going to fucking throw. He's afraid to get tired, kind of, like just something. Played into that fight. And now Jake Paul undefeated. But Hector Lombard might be the guy to fuck him up, so.
I want to. Yeah, but where is he at now?
Oh,
we got to put that video up there.
He's in my... No, he's
Jake Paul, I'm calling you up.
So Hector, we're gonna grab our friend Jonathan DiBella for a few minutes. You want to stay, or you want to we'll let you go? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I stay. I like this.
Yeah, he's a kickboxer, so you can pass on some wisdom, see if he's a Trump supporter, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, I can care less. Don't mention me Biden. I'm good. I know you like Biden.
No, absolutely not.
Dan would make out with him, I think.
Biden?
Yeah.
No.
You know what is funny?
You like old guys, no?
No. Maybe Trump, like an over the pants HJ.
You know what is funny? Like, remember when Trump was the president, everybody was blaming on the COVID-19. Like, you done horrible.
Yeah.
And now it's 10 times worse, and nobody even talk about Biden about what is the solution.
Well, so even that, Hector, we don't want to talk politics. Is it worse where you're in Florida,
right,
Hector, where we are? Is it worse?
It is not worse because everybody moved from another state to Florida. But what happened is that they have a political agenda with my governor. And, you saw it already with Trump, what they did to Trump. And now they're doing it to him.
Yeah, never ending. But Jonathan DiBella, right?
Hey, guys, how are you?
What's going on, John?
What's going on?
Can you turn your phone sideways, or is it a phone, right?
Yeah, it's a phone.
Welcome to Menace and The Man.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Bare Knuckle champion Hector Lombard, Stan the Man, Dennis the Menace. And now we're joined by...
Hey, guys. Hi, everybody.
Do you prefer Jonathan or John?
Any, whatever you guys call John, Jonathan, whatever.
So, Stan, let me tell you about the first time I laid eyes on John.
Go for it.
Squid from what's his first name?
The Squid.
The Squid.
Andrew
the Squid had me come do commentating for Glory, right? So before we set up, we were kind of walking to the back, and I see John, and he's in like a white collared man's like khaki, fucking down to your feet, like trench coat, something like khaki, like fashionable khaki. But if it was black and leather, it'd be like an assassin's pull a shotgun out of his fucking jacket, shoot up a school jacket.
Before,
you know what I'm talking about? What?
Before a fight? This is what
before the fight. This dude's looking like a model. And which, John, you are a model, correct?
I used to be.
Yeah. So I'm
full-time fighter.
So whatever. I'm like, this kid's, his hair was like real slicked over to the side. I'm like, this guy's kind of weird, whatever. So, but Andrew's like, dude, that dude right there is an assassin. I was like, what? Like, he doesn't have like big muscles, whatever. I'm like, I don't know.
So
okay.
Who you just described to me is, remember the guy from Grandma's Boy?
Well, I when I first saw him, I was thinking more of the guy from the three girls that are superheroes.
I don't know.
Are they sisters? Fuck.
We lost Hector. It might have been because we kept him out of the conversation.
Anyways, he was the guy that would like steal the girl's hair and like smell it.
Steal the girl's hair and smell it. That sounds so familiar. It's not something I do in my personal life, but steal.
Drew Barrymore, Lucy Liu, and then
Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels. You know the bad guy in that?
He was the dad from fucking Back to the Future.
The bad guy in that. I don't know.
All right, yeah. What about him?
He like grabbed their hair. Like I'm like, dude, John. I don't know, like tall, skinny. And then I watched this guy fucking fight, and I was like, holy shit. This kid is like pinpoint, like, dude, I'm like on the button, like it looks like he's shadow boxing, but he's fucking people up. I'm like, this kid is an assassin. And then I started following him, and I started following all of his fights. I'm like, dude, I'm in love with this kid. Like, not like that. Are you rep Italy strong? Right?
Yeah.
Are you off the boat, or your dad is, or
my grandparents? But we're like, my whole family's there. We have family there and everything, so we're close. We're close with the.
And you speak Italian, correct?
Yeah, of course. That was my first language.
Yeah, raised Italian, speaks Italian.
Yeah, raised.
Like a lot of his pictures are like drinking like awesome cappuccinos. Right, you're a big cappuccino advocate. Espresso,
yeah.
Espresso. Now, you have espresso every day, or?
Yeah, every morning. Twice a day.
Well, and then what happened with modeling? Why were you modeling? You're not anymore.
It was like a small thing. It was like a phase kind of thing, but like more. I grew up like I was born to fight. My dad was a kickboxing world champion. I was
right. I know that.
Yeah, so I was continue fighting, and I became professional, and I just took off with that.
So real quick, because I've got 2 little boys. My youngest one's a little bit of an assassin. He's a little crazy. What are some things that your father did that you're like, dude, I want to be like my dad?
Yeah, so he always took me to his fights when I was young. So he took me to New York, and always like grew up watching him fight and defending his titles and everything. And I was there. He was bringing me in the ring after the fights, post-fight interviews and everything. So I got the whole experience at a young age, you know?
At what age is this?
I was like young. He brought me in like 1 or 2. Yeah.
Oh, infant.
Dude, Stan, you know what Max tells me? Like, Dad, I think you should get back in the UFC. I'm like,
wait, Maddox said this?
Swear to God, yeah. Well, they think maybe in the UFC I'll be able to buy Lamborghinis and shit. Like, Dad, when you were in the UFC and you were rich, like, could you buy a Lamborghini? I was like, yeah. And I just keep it going.
Oh, so their thing is when you were in the UFC, you used to be rich.
Yeah. Well, I mean, go off what this guy said, man. Maybe I'd do one more and I'd bring my kids to it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
It was cool.
I think that would change. It would be life-changing. I don't know. But the thing is, the reason why I never brought my kids to MMA fights is because, like, I felt like it'd be an extra pressure for me. Like, what are they doing? I didn't want them.
That's like you hit Sean Shelby up and you're like, Shelby, remember how I took every fight you gave me? I need a guarantee. I need one I could win. My kids are coming. My kids are coming to this one. So, John, when was the last fight?
Last fight was December 2019.
That's what I was going to say. So COVID, obviously, like everybody, had a big impact.
I thought you had a fight recently. You have a fight coming up, or
no? I was supposed to fight for one championship. I was signed with one championship, but now I'm no longer kickboxing. I'm retired from kickboxing. I'm switching to MMA.
Okay, that's what I was going to say.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so now you have.
Where are you training at?
I'm training at my dad's gym. My dad's my head coach, and he's just bringing in high-level grapplers to coach me in the grappling.
Dude, come down to Long Island MMA. I'll roll with you.
I'll come for sure.
Oh, that's a great link up right there, especially as Menace has all this wisdom that he can now pass on. But have you ever had any experience in the grappling aspects of fighting before?
I did. I was like on and off wrestling when I was a kid and everything. Then after the UFC took out the flyweight division, so I was like no longer interested in doing MMA. There was no MMA going off flyweights. So then after I just continued the kickboxing, fought for glory, did all the glory stuff, and then after got signed to one, and during the pandemic, and then after during the pandemic there was like no fights going on, and like I'm like it's gonna be I'm 24 years old, if I don't start my grappling now, I'm never gonna do it. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to regret it, and I just decided to retire from kickboxing and focus on MMA.
Well, I mean, could you do both?
In one I could have, but I decided not to do it with any of one's organization with MMA. So I just keep it in. I'll keep it in in America because the traveling and everything to Asia is pretty crazy right now.
Okay. So
what about Bellator? They've got both.
They don't have the flyweight though.
Well, you have a little loophole in your contract where you'll be able to get other offers for MMA. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the status right now? Do we have anything in the works? Or
right now we're doing the grappling, and we're probably gonna fight for Lou Neglia's Ring of Combat. We have a great connection with Lou. My dad's close with Lou Neglia, so we have a good connection with them, and he takes care of all my fights since a young age. So we're gonna probably fight for them in February.
Yeah, it's
okay. So we out till February.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and Lou, historic promoter in combat sports, endless names.
Yeah, one of the best.
Yeah, I've partied with Lou a few times. He's a good guy. He's crazy. Bro. And then even I've gotten some of my friends' fights with Lou, so I've played the management negotiation role with Lou as well. So very love-hate.
He's the best. He's the best.
But yes, legend in the game. So February is going to be an MMA fight, you said?
It should be February if everything the card stays. February is one. He's doing one in October, I believe, and I'll be ready for the February for the grappling and everything.
Oh, for sure, and I'm sure Lou.
So we'll get a few training sessions together, and I will help corner you.
Thank you, thank you, man.
Oh, so now you're in the corner. No, that's the guy you want. I'm sure you have that. You have a strong mental game from fighting. Dennis will get you ready to run through the fucking wall before you go out.
Thank you. We'll talk it over with the head coach, and we'll talk it over.
All right.
Yeah. So, Jon DiBella.
Hey, that's pretty cool, dude.
What? That he's transitioning?
What's the overall, like, you think you make more money doing MMA, or just because you just can't get fights right now, you're like, fuck this, I want to fight now?
Yeah, I don't want to regret it. And like, I was always thinking about it in my head. Everybody's asking me, I was in Glory Kickboxing, and everybody's like, oh, when are you going to fight UFC though? And I was always in the back of my head, I'm like, always want to try an MMA fight. And I'm like, let me just continue with the kickboxing. Then since there's no division at flyweight, I'm like, guys, like, it's hard to explain to people, like, oh, why are you not doing UFC? Like, it's hard to explain to people that there's no division in my weight. It's hard to. So now the division is hot right now. So I'm like, I don't want to regret it in like 10 years,
How old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay, so 25, 35.
I didn't even start doing. Well, I didn't get into the UFC until I was 24.
But even
I started fighting MMA when I was 22.
It's crazy, yeah. That division heated up real quick. Even when Cejudo left.
But I couldn't strike like he can.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I'll have an advantage in the division with the striking, for sure. Like,
sure.
I'll for sure have an advantage with the striking. And
until last year, I had the most takedowns in featherweight.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it was cool.
We can work. I'll show you the shit that works for sure.
Nice, for sure. Yeah, I'm working with a couple guys. I'm working with a wrestler from Iran. He was like, apparently he beat the gold medal.
What's his name?
Gold medals I just won. His name is Mehdi. I'm not sure his last name. Mehdi. Yeah. If you search him up, Mehdi from Iran. He moved here. He's in Montreal now, and he's working on my wrestling, and it's pretty good. He got me like in 3 months. I was working with another guy before, but now I've been working with him for 3 months, and like my wrestling's got another level.
And now what? You're in Canada?
Yeah, in Montreal.
Born and raised, right?
I'm born in Montreal. Yeah, I'm raised in Montreal for sure, and I grew up fighting in New York all my life.
I thought you lived in Astoria.
No, I fought there. I fought in Astoria.
Oh, I thought you lived in Astoria.
So now, right now you live in Canada, right?
I'll train with you.
I'll come up though. I'm always in New York though.
Okay.
What's the current COVID status with Canada? Can you travel?
We can travel. Yeah, we can travel. Now you need a vaccine passport everywhere, but I think even New York. So yeah. You gotta like travel. It's hard. It's really hard. You have to take COVID tests and everything's really hard. Well,
I live 5 to 10 minutes away from Long Island MMA, and then I'm 15-minute train ride to Henzo Gracie's. You can stay at my house.
Thank you.
That's a real offer. It's a real offer.
Yeah,
you've got the room.
And I have workout equipment. I have all these workout equipment.
Nice.
So if you're like, Dennis, I'm booking a flight here, bang. All right.
Cool, man. Yeah. Cool. For sure. Cool.
Oh, even that. I'm sure you've been around the New York scene, the training. I saw with the PFL interview recently, someone asked Chris Wade that, and it's true. Geographically, how is Long Island such a hotbed for MMA talent? That it's this little geographical space, but it's getting all these guys that are producing in MMA. Dennis being one of them, Aljamain, Weidman, LaFleur, all these guys. So if you come here, you'll definitely get good work. For
sure. My dad's good friends with Ray also, so it's perfect.
Yes.
You could also drive to Ray's.
Yeah. Is he Long Island MMA? Is he? Or no? Oh, okay.
They
I thought
are
that was
about
his gym.
So I'm
30
like
minutes, maybe.
8 minutes away from Law MMA, and then Ray's gym. What's it?
maybe 30.
What do they call it now?
Law.
Yeah.
Law
Okay, that's
MMA
amazing.
is like 35 minutes away, right?
Okay, I get confused with the names. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Sarah is 35 minutes the other way. 40
Right,
minutes
which is
the other way.
in junction with them too. But yeah, good
That's
work.
about it.
Yeah, you can go to a different gym every day and get some good work for sure.
Yeah.
Wise.
Sure, yeah.
So yeah, you
I'm
guys
also
should
good friends with
definitely link that up. And
For
John
sure,
will
Rose.
definitely get you on a future episode. Menace has popped you up many times about someone he wanted to get on, so we'll definitely make you a regular. We'll get you on again when you
For sure, man.
get a little close to the fight, or even that. Anytime you ever want to come on a show, we'll blow up one day. But
Kick us a text.
yeah,
Yeah,
kick us a text
sure.
anytime you ever want a
Real
platform
quick,
to say.
because we didn't fucking talk about this guy. Paddy Pimblett.
Yeah, what about him?
What is his deal? Hang on, from a fucking assassin striker, John. What do you think about this fucking Paddy the Batty?
Yeah, I saw a quick highlight of him on Saturday. It was Saturday. Hey, he's good. He's wild though. He's very wild.
Very wild.
Very wild. Yeah.
Like anyone
I think
has shit like just bang. He just walked right into a straight 1-2.
Yeah.
Here's
yeah.
that conversation, Menace. That guy, perfect example. Similar to Conor. I think he's a lesser skilled guy than Conor, but
I
Yeah.
agree.
they could give him the next 3-4 perfect stylistic matchups where that guy's a fucking superstar in a couple fights. Superstar.
Yeah, I see like his social media. Like apparently, his old account got hacked, and he got his new account, and it's like exploded. So like this guy's like for sure gonna be like a next Conor or something.
So John, if I'm gonna give you any advice, put on a heavy Italian accent when you do interviews and shit like that.
Okay.
Seriously, I don't know. And like a cocky attitude, right, Stan? I don't.
Yeah. Italians need that MMA. Who's the big Italian right now? Marvin Vittori?
Vittori. He's from the north though. I'm from the south. So like, Vittori's from the north. We need an Italian from the south.
All right, well, John, let's do it.
Because Sicily is on the south, right?
I'm a bit north than Sicily. I'm near Naples, so I'm from Salerno. I'm near Napoli, so it's not far.
Yeah, keep talking like that, dude. You fucking...
Yeah, that's the way you got to do it.
John, I'm so glad I got to fucking hang out with you, dude. Next time you're in New York, you let me know. You can sleep in my house. If
For
not,
sure,
we'll get espressos, and if you're
And even we
if you're
usually do this
dial
longer.
we'll get pizza.
We
or-
usually do this longer, John. Tonight's a little shorter episode because Menace was hanging out with some
No.
Italians. He was hanging out with some Italians, getting some culture and some suits.
He
in the
saw
city.
it. He saw it.
I saw the story. Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
Where was that exactly? Where was that?
The food or the suits?
The suits.
SRG Fashions. When you're in New York, I will hook it up completely.
SRG. I have my suits. I have a guy from Italy that makes my suits handmade.
These guys are. I think the father's from Italy.
Okay.
I think the whole family's from Italy. I believe.
Okay, cool.
I believe
You
they might.
are G-O-N?
Yeah, I think
Okay,
they.
so
I don't
The
know.
real deal.
I meant to ask, but
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they were born in Italy. I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure they were born in Italy. Came
Nice.
over here. The father did a business, family business. They took it over. Amazing suits. When you're in the New York area, definitely check them out.
Cool,
You'll
cool.
get in there. You'll start speaking some Italian with them. They'll be like, free, get out.
right, Reno and Gio are like as Italian as they get,
Nice.
right? With their names, right? Are those?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, those names are.
Well, their
for sure.
names, those are abbreviations of a longer Italian name, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, Giovanni's the one.
Giovanni, Gio's Giovanni, which John is in translation in Italian is Giovanni also. So, but both my grandparents are Giovanni, so that's why I'm Jonathan. John. So that's why.
Oh, I've seen it.
What about Reno? Is that short for something?
Which one is it?
Reno? I think it's R-I.
Gennarino. Gennaro. Gennarino.
And what does that translate to in English?
I don't know.
Reno?
Pure Italian. Yeah, I don't know.
Man.
But yeah,
Anytime we
next
have
time,
anything Italian.
even that,
we're having
next
this
time
thing
we'll
on.
do Italian culture with Jon DiBella, and you'll give us some of the tips, the Americanized
Sure,
Italian
man.
culture tips.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
Sure.
It was good meeting you.
Thanks, guys.
We'll definitely have
Yeah,
you on
thank
again
you.
soon. And
No problem, man.
good luck with the training. Good luck with everything.
Thank you, guys. See you guys soon.
See you soon in New York.
Ciao. For sure. Ciao, man.
Ciao.
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 Ciao means hello and goodbye in Italian, Menace.
Really?
Yeah. You didn't know this?
No meaning. I always thought it was goodbye, but now it's like ciao.
Yeah.
I guess it was like
Ciao's one
I
of those
thought ciao was
words.
like a hi bye, like ciao.
When I learned
Hi
that
and
one,
bye.
that was one of those
But really
ones
bye.
when I was in Italian class where they were like, give me 7 words, I'd be like, ciao, ciao. That's 2 different meanings. That was one of those.
Right. Would you put it on the first and the last answer?
Yep. And then my teacher was like, always like, you're such a piece of shit. Get out of my class. But episode 120, everybody, make sure you go click that like, subscribe button if you made it this far into the episode.
Yeah, click it. Touch it.
But yeah, Menace, it was good seeing you.
Likewise.
Next time, you're not going to be shoot sopping, so we'll have a little bit more of a
We also should invite him down to Florida.
Who, Reno and Gio?
Well, yeah, those guys too, but John.
Oh my God, invite everybody to Florida. When are you coming to Florida is the question.
No.
You got to bring the lady. Oh, but that...
Actually, you need to get me down there for business, and then the Menace goes solo.
Oh, yeah. And then that's the real conversation for the next episode of Menace and the Man. We'll touch on it right now for 35 seconds. Real boobs, fake boobs.
Oh, okay.
Because I am in I was going to say maybe it's LA, but it's got to be Miami. I am in the fake boob capital of the world, where you can get that skinny girl who it's like, oh, you have like bee stings, but boom. And they're fake. You can look at them and they look like big fake tits, but you just went up a couple notches in my book.
There's also like an age, right?
There's
an age thing with that.
Here's the thing, too. The rest of her body will age, but those are still going to look phenomenal.
No, I get it. No, I'm saying with real boobs and fake boobs. Fake boobs are always going to be
But I'm even
close.
Yes, but I'm
As
addressing.
they get older, they may sag a little bit, but they're going to be pretty close to what they look like right then and there.
Here's what's great about boobs is there you go. It's an even endless conversation because even my brain was on the tip of like those skinny girls that have no boobs that get breast implants, and then it's like, oh, now you got boobs and you're even hotter. Versus,
yeah, but those there's no meat on it. You're like on a complete bag.
It doesn't matter.
Which is better than a mosquito bite.
And those ones, like, we can just go, this is a deep conversation.
Now, on the same token, those girls that got mosquito bites, not saying this is what you want to do, but in general, let's say they get pregnant, those suckers could get humongous. But okay. I'm not into milk getting everywhere and all those.
I don't even care about that. I was going to say their self-esteem issues and all those type of things. They're probably a little bit easier where you can get in there because...
Yeah, I mean...
You got them for a reason. You didn't get them because you're so confident and you feel great. You got them to feel better about yourself.
Mm.
So I know I can chip away at that.
Now, in terms of like putting your mouth on them and squeezing them, if I could really like handpick, I'm going with a real boob that sits like a fake boob. You know what I'm saying? It's like not going anywhere. It's right there. It's firm-ish.
I thought I was a real boob guy, but then I had a couple fake boobs where I was like, okay. Now it's almost like the fake boobs are turning me on more than the real boobs.
Yeah. Because when I'm watching Triple X videos, I tend to click on more fake boob videos than like natural boob video, unless those naturals are.
You know how you can just put your own spin on it? You got those fake boobs. You're such a slut that you wanted more guys and more eyes on you that you got those fake boobs.
Now, hear me out though. If
I'm into it.
If you're in the a lot of eyes of males looking at you, where you can make money, it makes sense to get fake boobs, right? Like if you're a bartender, a stripper, I guess a fighter is becoming up there now, right? Or even like, remember the women's football?
Do you know what I support? I was
women's football. Do you remember that?
So even here, it's
women's football. Do you remember that?
It's still a thing. It's called the Lingerie Football League. Yeah.
A lot of the girls got fake boobs. What else? Waitress can make money off fake. You know what I mean? It's just like some of them guys are like, well, if I spend money on them.
Even an average girl, her numbers of the guys that are hitting on her or in her DMs or whatever you will call it are gonna go up. It's just one of those things.
We're
programmed from
me and you are not complete experts here. I think we need to have Ashley Evans Smith on the show.
Well, that's, oh my God. So here's even a thing. The way we go, street fights. You been in any street fights? Okay. Any guest. Jessica Penne or any girl, even if you don't go. We got a real serious question for you. What do you think about like real boobs versus fake boobs? Which ones would you prefer? That's just going to be a new question for people, I think. We're the man show.
And street fights.
What happened?
And then street fights are good too.
Oh no, street fights is going to stay, but I'm saying the real debate that's pondering a lot of the men in America and maybe some lesbians or bisexual women as well is real boobs or fake boobs.
And you put a poll on the story and see what we get from the fans?
Yeah, I think this is going to become a real thing because I was having the real dilemma in my head that I was like, that's a conversation with a lot of people, I think. Even if you'll get some people's quick quip on it and you'll get other people that break it down into like, well, actually, I was having that type of dilemma because I've encountered some fake boobs recently that I was like, this is...
And I've seen fake boobs from like a distance where I'm like, dude, there's a lot of space in between there. Like,
well, I call those clown tits when they're either fucked up surgery or they're just too big for the girl. Those are clown tits. They're like clown shoes. Get the fuck out of here with your shit. You bad doctor. They didn't fit your body. You went too big. Something. But you get those girls, even those ones that are skinny. That they're breast implants.
That get like a B. You're like, what?
And you look at her and you're like, I know you were skinny, so they're clearly breast implants. I see what you did there. I like it.
Like my lady, I didn't know she had breast implants until like I laid with her, and I was like,
yeah.
Oh,
that's a thing. Sometimes they go with the good nice size job. Or the right size. Yeah, nice job. You did good, kid. That's
Make me out a little bit. I like that.
Yeah, so I saw some of those this week, last weekend, that I was like, I like that.
With your mouth or from across the street?
With my mouth. With my mouth. And I was like, I'm into these.
Okay.
Oh, just great conversations. We'll end it on this one, too. This is where we're ending it. I had one of those moments out at a club or a bar where, because we're the man show, we got to start talking about man shit on top of our MMA stuff. Stalker glances, I call them. So this girl's looking at me, and this girl threw me a vibe. So I'm like, oh shit,
Which you probably wouldn't get if you had short hair, just FYI.
No, I'm tall, I'm not the worst looking guy.
I think your hair helps you, my friend.
It might, but a good fade could help too. But so I have a little thing, and I'm like, which one do I go for? And then it happened to every guy probably. I waited too long. When you get a stalker glance, you got to capitalize immediately. Yeah. So I had too long in that wait, and then I didn't lose any of them, but I finally decided, like, you know what? I'm going to decide a pecking order. I'm going to go for the one in the middle. I went for the one in the middle.
Did you create distance where you could have them all the same?
It was tough.
No, I'm saying if you got distance, you could have compared them all from like.
No, that's kind of.
You can do this and then that.
That's kind of exactly what I had. They weren't the same friend group. They were all different. But then I picked. I
understand that, but you got. Okay, continue.
I had them close enough. I picked the one I was going to go for. Now, so how I picked her was I put her in the middle, and I went. She threw me the most vibes. Like she was the one who was like literally. Yeah. Looking at me and like, cause club had sunglasses on, like was literally like eye fucking me. So I'm like, that's the girl I'm going for. I walk up to her and I'm like, "Hi, I'm Stanley," and she goes, and I go, "Oh," like she shooed me, nasty look, and shooed me away, and I went like, "What the?" Every guy I'm sure has been there, so I went, "What the fuck?" Like, oh my god, and then I look. And there's the number 3 girl watching me go up to this girl. And then I go, oh shit. And I start walking. And there's the number 1 girl. And I'm like, they both just saw me get dissed by this girl. So I just fucking speed walked it, beelined it to the bathroom. And wound up being like, oh my God, what the fuck just happened there? Circled back out though. And was able to let it mellow out. And I was able to find another girl. But I just had this moment that I thought was one of the funniest stories that I could almost elaborate into. I want people's stories like that. Like, what do you do in that situation?
What is there? You know how like someone starts some shit with you and you're like, oh man, if I couldn't go back in time, I would hit him with the uppercut and fucking.
So what would the move have been? Go quicker. Go quicker. The second the glance happened, go.
Well, no, like obviously she looked at you and glanced at you. Well, no. Is there a different way you could have approached it where you were not like was she in front of her friends? Was it like... No,
I think she kind of saw me she probably, because I was all fucked up, hanging out for like 24 hours straight. Like
how you walked up, you were like...
She probably saw...
You really walked up, you're like...
Probably, yeah. But she probably saw me processing like, all right.
Yeah, because you're fucked up, you're like... Yeah.
100%.
And you're probably like... Yeah.
And then the one I picked out of this 3 was like nasty look and told me like pretty much get the fuck away. And I didn't say...
You chop him?
I didn't say anything. The look of the nasty look she gave me and shooed me, I just ran away. I was like, oh my God, I don't even want to...
Your pride just... I would have been done for that. I wouldn't have shot another shot the whole night, for sure.
No, I actually shot some shots, and some of those shots worked out. I had a really good Labor Day.
And that's my problem.
And here's the best thing, too.
Is you have to be okay.
No, Menace is a legend. Like, Menace is a legend. What are you talking about?
I do not do good with failure. I'm a winner. And so if I think I'm kind of going to maybe fail, it's like...
Yeah.
I'm also not very tall, dude. And in club scenes, the tall guy wins every time.
You got the personality, though. It's worked. It's worked before. I've seen it. But...
Yeah, but it's hard to get your personality out of there. It was like, boom, da, boom, da, boom, da, boom.
And wait, here's the best thing. How great of a Labor Day weekend that I had. I then put up a post on Monday, and I thought it was Memorial Day. So I put up a post.
Memorial Day?
It was Labor Day.
I know.
I put up a post at first and said, hope everyone had a good and safe Memorial Day. And I put up a Memorial Day meme, and then someone commented, it's actually Labor Day. And I was like, oh, all right, let me...
Quick, though.
Real quick, yeah. But that's how fucked up I was. I partied. I don't do drugs, Menace. You know this. I just was drinking alcohol, smoking weed. I was up for like 36 hours straight, just dancing. Grinding on girls.
Thanks.
Yeah, but it was a lot of fun.
Episode 120?
Episode 120. It was good seeing you, Menace.
All right, likewise. Well, see you later.